Hello and welcome back to my channel. It's Ahaf Lifestyle. In today's vlog, I'll be showing you as well, teaching you some of the things I use on my baking and some of the ways I use to prep them. So guys, sit back, relax, I'll be right back. First is the weighing scale. This weighing scale is very important in baking. It's a baking must-have. Mine comes with a bowl. So this bowl is also important for measurements of my ingredients. I'm going to be making part of this vlog a silent vlog. So guys, ensure you watch this video to the end to see some of the things I do and how I do them. Here I'm testing my yeast. So I added 1 tablespoon of yeast to a bowl or a glass jar. Just 1 tablespoon. Guys, ensure you measure accurately. And next, I'll be adding 4 tablespoons of water. Remember, 1 tablespoon of yeast, 4 tablespoons of water. In this place, I was trying to bloom my yeast and test my yeast to know if it's still active. I cover and set aside for about 5 minutes to check for any reaction. If it doesn't react, then your yeast is not active. Don't bother using it, just throw it away. Can you see? It did not react. It was supposed to bloom, so throw it away. Next is my margarine. I like to use this Simas, reason being that it is quite good, and where I stay, the area where I stay, this is one of the top brands you're going to easily find. It's not one of the brands you're going to start ordering from Lagos or from somewhere else. I like it. So next is my cocoa powder. Take a look at this cocoa powder. Can you see how dark it is? Real dark brown. I love using dark brown cocoa powder because they yield better results. Next is another version of cocoa powder. Can you see the difference? Please, when you want to buy cocoa powder, ensure you go for the darker one. So guys, next is my eggs. Can you see how big my eggs are? I like my eggs large, and this is one of the reasons why I don't measure my eggs, because once they are large, they are good to go. I do not like to measure my eggs because different eggs weigh different, have different weights. So in a bowl of 10 eggs, you may just have just 2 eggs having the same weight. You can have 62, 63, 65. You can even have as high as 70. If you get an egg that is between 60 to 65, you have a large egg. If you have an egg that weighs up to 68, 70, that is an extra large egg, and it's still good to go. Guys, you can see the size of the egg. Please, the average size of an egg is 50. So, and this is 62. So it will tell you that an egg that weighs 50 grams is kind of a small egg. I mean, 50 grams with the shell is a very small egg. So I personally do not like to weigh my eggs. I just, once they are large, I just use them because no 2 eggs would weigh the same. And also, if I start to weigh it without the shells, what then do I do with the remaining ones once I get the number that I need? So personally, I don't weigh. Next is my flour. This particular activity is very important. Ensure you sift your flour. Very, very important. It's going to reduce the rate at which insects get into it, the rate at which your flour spoils. And you know that if you have insects in your flour and you bake with it, it's going to show in your product and it won't be nice. So guys, after I've weighed it, look at it in a bowl. It's not so large. It's just the remaining flour that I have for now. And from here, I'm going to be dishing out the exact amount that I need for baking at that point in time. I intend to make this a silent vlog. However, I've been talking, but let's make part of it silent. Probably towards the end, I'm going to talk again when I'm assembling my baking ingredients. Please ensure you watch this video to the end. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. So see you at the end of the video. Bye. So if you can use this is what I use. Nescafe cream. You can also use this thin one. However, my measurement is usually 250 grams of flour. That's what we're making. So if I'm using this particular Nescafe, this one that comes in tin, it is more concentrated. This one is 3 in 1, meaning that it has sugar and a bit of milk flavor. So if I'm using this tin one, for every 250 grams of flour I'm making, I use 1 tablespoon, just 1 tablespoon. But this one that has a combination of milk and sugar, the concentration of the coffee in it has been diluted. Because it has milk, it has sugar. So what I do is that for every 250 grams, I use 2 sachets. I use 2 sachets for every 250 grams. For every 250 grams, I use 2 sachets of this. While if I'm using this, I use 1 tablespoon for every 250 grams. And it has to be diluted in hot water. Or you use the boiling method. I usually do not add hot water to my chocolate cakes. Rather, I use the boiling method of boiling coffee, milk, and a bit of cocoa powder. Another reason why I use just 1 tablespoon to 250 grams of flour is that this one is more concentrated. And if you use it so much, it can cause bitterness in your chocolate cake. It can cause your chocolate cake to be bitter. I mean, coffee is naturally bitter. So it can have an overpowering effect on the taste of your cake. What you need is just the coffee flavor. Coming to my flavors, these are the brand of flavor I use. This normal vanilla is the cheapest flavor you have around. I use it and it works fine for me. What I'm saying is that if you're a beginner and you maybe where you're located and you're still trying to put your funds together, you can start with the locally available ones, the cheaper ingredients, and you still have a very good turnout of your end product. This is my wilting white color. The color has faded. Wilting is white color. What I use this white color for to enhance the color of my batter. If I'm making white vanilla, this is just what I add as an extra to whiten the batter. Naturally, if you have large eggs and your eggs are good, the butter turns out to be a bit yellow. Coupled with the kind of butter you use, or use a good margarine, it turns out to be yellow. So this particular color helps to lighten it up a bit. Then this is vanilla flavor I had. It's wilting as well. This vanilla is an original wilting and it really, really serves me. If I'm going to use this for 1 teaspoon, if I'm going to use 1 teaspoon of this particular original wilting vanilla flavor, I use half a teaspoon and it will serve me. You get me? So if you have a better product, you reduce the quantity. If I'm making 1 teaspoon of flavor to 250 grams of flour, this I'm going to use half a teaspoon. Even a little less than half would serve because it is original wilting concentrated vanilla flavor. This color can also be used in your decor icing, whether it is Swiss meringue, whether it is buttercream, your fondant, you can use it for icing. It's edible food color. But in my vanilla cakes, I use it to whiten my butter. You know the kind of butter I use? This butter is very yellow. It's very, very yellow with egg also. So the butter turns out to be yellow. But if I want a white vanilla, what I just do is add this. Just a few drops and it's going to whiten your butter. Flour, egg, baking powder, vanilla flavor, sugar, and margarine. Just very few ingredients. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Guys, the reason why I do this is that sometimes the oils we buy we may not like the taste. There was a particular vegetable oil I used sometime and the taste affected the outcome of my cake. I didn't like the taste it gave to my cake. You know, some of these cooking oils have their own taste, whether it is soya oil, it is whatever oil it is. But why I do this is that, you know, margarine has been fortified and has been flavored. So once I do 50-50, automatically this one will transfer its flavor into the whole thing and it will crash the taste of that vegetable oil if it has any taste. Yes, you know. And also the best vegetable oil I normally recommend to use, the one I recommend to use if you're using only vegetable oil is Mamado. However, you can still go ahead to do this thing that I did, combining both vegetable oil and melted butter. But combining this combination gives me a nice result that I personally love and I like to do it. And it also reduces cost. If I was to use the whole of this, I have already saved some portion of it. So this method saves cost.